Breakups in the 90-Day Fiancé universe are rarely quiet. They're dramatic, messy, and often televised, but few splits have captivated fans quite like the ongoing saga of Jasmine Pineda and Gino Palazzolo. Long after their relationship imploded, Jasmine has kept her ex's name alive, trashing him, shading him, and making sure the world knows she's better off. While fans expected fireworks from Jasmine, her relentless campaign against Gino has been surprising even by reality TV standards. And with every Instagram story, cryptic post, and interview jab, the Panamanian beauty proves one thing: she's determined to win the breakup at any cost. But why? Why can't Jasmine just walk away gracefully, as so many of her critics suggest? Why does she continue to drag Gino's name through the mud when she's already moved on, with a new man, a baby, and seemingly everything she wanted? Let's take a closer look at what's really fueling her need to stay in the spotlight, and why her feud with Gino may never really end. A queen without her crown. If you know anything about astrology, you won't be surprised to hear that Jasmine is a Leo. Leos are proud, fiery, and crave attention, but more importantly, they have a deep need to feel adored, worshipped, and treated like royalty. In her relationship with Gino, Jasmine often felt like anything but a queen. While she poured her energy into looking glamorous, maintaining her figure, and dressing to impress, Gino seemed indifferent. Worse yet, their private life, including a stunning lack of intimacy, spilled out on screen, humiliating her. According to Jasmine, Gino's weak libido left her feeling undesirable. At one point, she even claimed he avoided intimacy for 8 months straight. For someone whose personal brand is built on sex appeal and confidence, that kind of rejection cuts deep. In her mind, Gino stripped her of her crown. And now, she's clawing it back, piece by piece. The art of the clapback. For Jasmine, dragging Gino publicly isn't just about revenge, it's about rewriting the narrative. Every time she shades him for being cheap, boring, or uninterested, she's reminding her audience, I was not the problem. He was. By framing Gino as a miser who didn't appreciate her or meet her needs, Jasmine shifts the blame for their failed relationship squarely onto him. It's a savvy move, and a very Leo one. Because for her, losing face in front of millions of fans isn't an option. It's also possible Jasmine is clout chasing. Reality TV is a tough gig, and fame fades fast. By keeping her feud with Gino alive, she keeps herself relevant, and keeps the checks coming. Drama sells, and Jasmine is nothing if not a businesswoman. Enter Matt Brannis, the upgrade. Adding to the drama is Jasmine's new partner, Matt Brannis. Unlike Gino, Matt seems to embrace fatherhood and help her with their baby girl while Jasmine works online to support herself. That's a big deal for Jasmine. During her K-1 visa phase in the US, she couldn't work without a permit, something she found frustrating. After all, she's a glamorous and ambitious woman who wants to earn her own money. Being financially dependent on Gino while he allegedly pinched pennies only added to her resentment. So now, whenever she praises Matt for stepping up where Gino failed, she's sending a clear message: see, I was right to leave. Of course, even her relationship with Matt isn't perfect. She's publicly questioned her love for him, and he's admitted to fears about their future. But compared to Gino, Matt still comes out ahead in Jasmine's mind, at least publicly. A not-so-subtle smear. One of Jasmine's most controversial moves came when she hinted that Gino wasn't even straight, implying he was faking his heterosexuality all along. The insinuation came via a social media post, and while she walked back her comments after fan backlash, the damage was done. Many saw it as a cheap shot, but others saw it as Jasmine trying to explain away why Gino seemed so uninterested in her sexually. For someone who makes money selling glamour, sex appeal, and fantasy online, it's understandable, if not forgivable, that Jasmine would lash out this way. Her entire brand relies on being desirable, and Gino's disinterest threatened to undermine that. Glamour isn't cheap. Another key point of contention in their relationship was money. Jasmine is unapologetically high maintenance. She spends on clothes, beauty treatments, and cosmetic procedures. Her style is over the top, her outfits are wild, and her confidence is sky high. Gino, by contrast, came across as frugal, even cheap. Jasmine claimed he rarely spent on her the way she wanted, and their fights about money became legendary. Some fans sympathize with Gino, arguing Jasmine siphoned cash from him. Others say he knew exactly who he was dating, and should have delivered. Either way, Jasmine has made it clear, she believes she deserves to be spoiled. And she won't apologize for it. Winning the breakup. At the end of the day, Jasmine is playing to win. In her world, losing to Gino, letting him come out of this looking better, is unacceptable. That's why she keeps posting. That's why she keeps shading him. That's why she keeps reminding everyone of how unhappy she was. Because if she can convince her audience, and maybe even herself, that she was the wrong party, she comes out on top. It's also worth noting that society often punishes women like Jasmine. Women who are unapologetically themselves, who demand what they want, who refuse to be humble, are often roasted for it. Jasmine's critics say she's vain, shallow, greedy. But her defenders argue she's just a woman who knows her worth, and refuses to settle. What about Gino? Meanwhile, Gino seems to be quietly rebuilding. Clips from his social media show him trying to move on, even as Jasmine continues to throw shade. He still wears his signature hats, still seems reserved, but his heart clearly took a beating. One can't help but wonder if he regrets not being more generous, more affectionate, more attentive. Jasmine's needs were never a mystery, she told him exactly what she wanted. He just chose not to deliver. Now, he's left to watch from the sidelines as she flaunts her new life. Lessons from a reality TV divorce. So, what can we learn from Jasmine and Gino's breakup? First, that mismatched expectations can doom even the strongest attraction. Jasmine wanted luxury, intimacy, and constant attention. Gino wanted something quieter. Second, that no matter how much love there is, resentment can poison a relationship. Jasmine resented Gino for not making her feel like a queen. Gino likely resented Jasmine for making him feel like a failure. Finally, that winning the breakup is a hollow victory. Sure, Jasmine has the fans talking, but is she truly happy? Or is all this just a way of masking her pain? Final thoughts. Jasmine Pineda is a diva. She's glamorous, dramatic, and unapologetic. She's also hurt, and maybe even a little insecure. Behind all the wild outfits and Instagram shade, there's a woman who felt unwanted, and who refuses to ever feel that way again. Gino Palazzolo is no saint. He made mistakes, failed to meet his partner's needs, and arguably underestimated the woman he was with. In the end, their breakup is a cautionary tale about knowing what you want, and being honest about whether your partner can give it to you. For now, Jasmine seems to be winning the breakup. But as fans of 90 Day Fiancé know, life after reality TV is unpredictable. The spotlight fades, and when it does, Jasmine and Gino will each have to face their own truths, without cameras, hashtags, or fans to cheer them on. Whether Jasmine continues to reclaim her crown, or finally lets it go, remains to be seen. But one thing is certain, she'll never stop being the queen of her own story.